How you going, guys? Welcome back to Fat Fords and the first episode of 2021. So I hope you all had a good new year. And in this episode I'm going to be tackling the plenum area just under the windscreen, and also working on the wiper system. So be looking at how to integrate the Mustang wiper system into the Falcon windscreen and how that all sort of transpires. But before I get into that, just want to give a shout out to Graham, XA Coupe guy, for mentioning this channel on his a couple of times. I actually enjoy watching Graham's channel. I think he's really great with his rust repairs and restoration work, and you know, anyone that isn't already subscribed to him should get over there and watch some of his work. He's great at explaining things, and that's what I'm really not good at, so he'd be a great teacher. And also Don's Tricks, I like watching them. They also do great work. That ute is fantastic, the rust repair jobs they've been doing on that. Anyway, thanks again to everyone that's subscribed to my channel. I didn't think I was going to get this many subscribers, because I kind of started this only just as a bit of fun. I sort of thought, you know, I'd built a couple of cars before, and I thought, well, this time maybe I'll film it and see if anyone likes what I'm doing. So it's really great that you're all sort of behind it, supporting it and that, and yeah, appreciate it a lot. So anyway, let's get into this and see what's going on. As I mentioned, we're going to be working on the plenum area and the wiper system in this episode. So those of you that were watching previous episode may have spotted this ratty looking area here, which kind of remained unfinished for quite a while after moulding in the top here. The Mustang dash with the shape of the Falcon windscreen. So I'm going to be making up a patch panel which is going to basically mould this area together, and also working on the wiper system. So you'll see around this side here that I've already done the driver's side, and I mean, that could do with a little bit more finishing. That's basically just welded in. It's obviously it's not seen, but probably just do a little bit more finishing on it. So with the wiper system of the Mustang, I wanted to reuse it because I wanted to get the wipers down as low as possible, so that they're, if not hidden, almost hidden behind the bonnet. Because I'm using that Mustang bonnet, it rises up. So with the drive system on the wiper motor, the driver's side is almost perfectly in line with where the original drive shaft would have been. So that's fine. I can use the Mustang wiper system. The drive shaft for the driver's side is fine. The only issue being that the wiper arm for the driver's side, if I use the Mustang wiper arm, it ended up being 90mm too long. So I basically just cut 90mm out of the wiper. Simple as that. With the passenger side, the drive shaft is over here, and that's just not going to work, because you end up, the Mustang wiper arm for the passenger side is this great big long arm which comes from here and goes right over the other side, and as soon as it comes up in the vertical position, the thing's sticking up, you know, 150 or more too high above the windscreen, and you just couldn't cut that much out. And even if you did, and when I say 150, I don't even know what it is, but it's either that or more. And if you did cut that much out, then it's obviously going to start, you know, too far back from the edge of the windscreen, so it's just not going to work. And there's certain rules and regulations with certifications that say that a certain part of the screen has to be wiped. So I had to come up with an idea to get the drive for the passenger side wiper arm to be further over this way, and that's what you'll see in this episode, is how I went about doing that. So come over to the bench here. I've got the driver's wiper arm. So what I did is I cut 90mm out of that part, brought the two together and joined them. That's just roughly joined. I don't even know if I'm going to use that wiper arm. This is just purely for fabrication, so I can see if things are going to work. If I am going to use that one, then obviously it'll be cleaned up and painted a lot nicer than that. But here you have Mustang drive motor. So that's the driver's side, this is the passenger side. I needed to get this one over here. So in actual fact, how much is it? Because I know that it was about 50mm off that tab. So what's that? It's about 280 mil further to the passenger side. And then, I bought another wiper motor from the wreckers, and actually it was quite cheap, it was only $100. And I cut this off the mounting frame, and it should work good. I'm pretty sure it's going to work quite good. So that's going to sit there. And this, again, this is another wiper arm that's off the other motor. That mounts on that knuckle. And then what I'm going to need, actually, hang on. Yeah, so it mounts on that knuckle there like that. What I'm going to need is another arm. Probably I need an arm like this one. Well, that one there, it's the same arm, but I turned this one up the other way. So I need another arm like this, turned up the other way so the knuckle's on top. And then I could basically drop it over the shaft, weld it on either side as well as around the shaft, and then plop that straight on the knuckle. So that's the idea in theory. Hopefully it works, but at the moment I don't have that extra arm, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do. There is the only spare arm I've got, well, there's 2 spare arms. I could take this one off the spare motor or that one off what's left over, but we'll have to see. I'll work it out. So yeah, so in this episode we'll see how that all sort of went about happening, and then after that I've been thinking about how am I going to cover it all. Now, this channel was cut off this original plenum cover, so these 2 bits of metal, they can be matched up and they could actually be welded together, but the thing is, you need to be able to get your wiper motor out, you need to be able to access the bolts and everything. So while I really like this, the idea of this, I think it would tie everything together quite nicely, to be honest. Just make it fit, trim this off, whatever. I'm gonna have to look at being able to access bolts and also removal of the engine. So this hole, for example, may be too small, or maybe I move this hole this way so I can get the wiper motor out. But I'll figure that out. We'll see how we go. The main idea is don't panic. So anyway, yeah, so that's a little bit of an explanation of what's going on, and I'll get into it now.
myself for a while. too close, can't deny. Where have you been all my life? It's a sin, love is blind. What'd you do? How'd you get so pretty? Are you leaving? Are you leaving? I don't need you to know. All the way down in the hole, you push me out of control when the lights are out your mind. Forever young, or am I faking? On the tip of my tongue, there's a sarcasm waiting for you. I'm willing to trade my soul for a bit of your charm. There's no way I'll fade into oblivion, 'cause I'll keep shining over you all. And if your wings entwining, you better face the fall, keep trying again. Oh yeah, keep trying again. There's mud on the floor, desperate people trying to get through the door, although the room's already crowded. But I'll keep shining over you all. And if your wings entwining, you better face the fall, keep trying again. Oh yeah, keep trying again.
Well, that's that section done. So we'll just have a recap anyway and go over what's been happening here. So that panel there has been fabricated, fitted into place. So that ties all the top of the dash in. All the way along, same with that side. I'm not too worried about how that weld looks. I know it, it doesn't look perfect, but that is never going to be seen. The main thing is that it's strong, it's sealed. So the whole thing will get a coat of EPS and leave it at that. Probably put some seam sealer over these edges here. But yeah, that's about it. And then as far as the wipers go, as you can see, the wiper motor's bolted in. So that's the original Mustang wiper motor bolted into its original position. Again, the driver's side drive is pretty much in line where it needs to be. The passenger side is going to be deleted, probably cut the top of the shaft off, and then we've got the new passenger drive, which was that section cut out of a second wiper motor which I bought from the wreckers, and so that's the shortened wiper. That's actually a driver's side wiper, by the way, which has been shortened, and I'll probably I'll just buy myself a second driver's side, so I'll have two driver's side style wipers, and both shortened by 90mm. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is get it so that that arm is almost on the same angle as this passenger side arm, and then I'll probably have to, I could do two things. I could either shorten this, or I could, when I place this second arm on with the knuckle facing up, I can, instead of having it going in the same direction as that one, I could have it slightly over. But the thing is, I'd rather have them both on the same angle, because then you know it's going to work exactly right. Because as that swings that way, the other one goes the same distance, etc., etc. So it'd be like an even arc. So I think that's what I probably need to do. I need to work out what I'm going to do with this arm. I need a knuckle facing up. So whether I cut it off the old motor, that one's slightly shorter. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'm not going to go out and buy a whole new wiper system just for that one arm. I think I'll just cut the one off the spare motor, which is, it's over on the bench, doesn't matter. Anyway, so that gives you an idea. So that's where we're up to. That part there's finished. We know where the wiper system's going to go. So, and I actually wanted to do all of this before I went about tying this in, because when I was doing the tubular part here, I was thinking, okay, well, you know, next thing is to tie all of this in. But then, you know, I realized it's better off that I sort all of this out first and then kind of work back to it. So that's what I've been doing. So now that that's all in, it's going to be a question of what I cover it with. So I'm thinking of doing it this way, using that original cowl panel cover, but relocating, or just changing all. That'll have to be cut out, that'll have to be cut out. I'm basically just going to use the outside of it, because it looks good. That matches into this. That'll be basically stitch welded to this piece here, because that's where it came from. But all these other sections are going to have to be cut out, because I need to be able to remove the wiper motor for servicing. Well, hopefully I'll never need to remove it, but you know, you never know. You don't want to have to cut the car, so I want to be able to make it so you can probably just remove like a mesh panel. Anyway, that'll be in the next episode, I guess, or the one after, or the one after that, who knows. But that's it for this one, and thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.